I'm up in the mulberry tree today. These babies come on about towards the end of May and last for several weeks. If you ask somebody what their favorite berry is and they do not say mulberry, you know they've never had one before, because these things are delicious. Today we're going to show you how to skin a squirrel, West Virginia style, and then we're going to eat him, brains and all. In the meantime, I'll just be picking and doing some eating myself. Squirrel happens to be my favorite meat. Venison, close second, but I love squirrel meat. The problem is I don't squirrel hunt a whole lot anymore, and when I do anymore, I take the pellet rifle out, so I may have to go out 2 or 3 times before I finally get a squirrel. It's a big challenge, and during deer season I'm concentrating on taking a big buck or getting some deer meat. So I asked Niecy to go out and get a squirrel for me, and she got this nice gray squirrel, popped it off at 22. Now, before I go any farther, let me tell you about this guy on TV I saw a while back. He has his own survival show. I really don't care much for the guy, just to be perfectly honest with you, for several reasons. First of all, he's younger than me, okay? Second of all, he's better looking than me, okay? And third of all, he really does know his stuff. And to boot, he's got a really cool name, Creek. Who names their kid Creek anyway? Anyway, I so hate that guy. But I will say one thing for me, that I have over Creek, and Creek, if you're watching, I've definitely got this over you. I know how to skin a squirrel better than you do. I saw him on one of the shows. He instructed one of those city boys to cut that squirrel in the middle of the back and pull both ways. That is not the best way to skin a squirrel. That's how you skin a rabbit. A rabbit is the easiest animal in the world to skin. A squirrel, on the other hand, is the hardest. I'm going to show you how to skin a squirrel, West Virginia style. First thing you want to do is you want to take, this one hasn't been dead very long, so it's not stiff yet. Take and pull it like that right there. I'm going to start in the base of the tail right here. You always want to keep your knife sharp. Now I'm going to cut right through the skin, like that. And I'm going to cut through that tail. Okay, then I'm going to just kind of start it a little bit tilt to the side here. Just get it started, not cut into the meat, just right there like that. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take the squirrel tail, I'm going to stand on it right there at the base. I'm going to pull it by the hind legs like this. And I'm going to skin him out just like that. Okay. Creek, did you learn anything there? I hope you're paying attention. And then I'm not going to pull it all the way through. I'm going to take my knife, put it right there. Try to cut that off right in the joint. Okay? Now, a lot of people, most people are going to just take and cut the head off right here, okay? Not so much with this Fayette County hillbilly boy. We never throw the head away unless the squirrel's been shot in the head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skin the head out, because the brain is a delicacy. So I'm going to take it like this right here, and I do need my glasses again. I'm going to pull on it, just skin around it like that. Okay? Keep applying pressure. Okay. Bring them out like that. Okay. Now, yeah, normally these eyeballs, you're going to throw them away, but since being that this is primitive passion, we're going to try something for the first time today, and we're going to eat this eyeball raw. I'm just messing with you. I'm not eating that eyeball. If I was in a survival situation, I would. I got you now, didn't I, Creek?
You
I
got
you
me.
good on them. I think I got the cameraman too. Yeah, hold on there. Hold on there now, Niecy, baby. We'll get the other eye out now. Pull this down like this. Okay. Pull it down here. Okay, now look at that. I've hardly got any hair at all on this squirrel. I'd like to see that squirrel after Mr. Creek, whatever his name is, does the squirrel. Oh yeah. Now there was a tradition when I was growing up as a boy in West Virginia. Whenever somebody killed a squirrel, they'd cut the tail off and they would tie it to their antenna. And you could tell how good a squirrel hunter was when somebody drove down the road in their pickup truck, their old beat up pickup truck, and had all these squirrel tails on there, and you'd be like, as a boy, you'd be like, wow, that guy's good. You don't see it much anymore. I don't know if it's because kids stay home and play video games all the time and don't get in the woods, or just people don't do it anymore. I did see one the other day, and I must admit, it did my heart some good. For the record, I've never tied a tail to an antenna, so. But what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna save this tail. Okay? And we want to debone it, just like when we save a deer tail. We'll take the bone out of it. So I'm going to take and start it off by cutting it loose right there, really careful like. You can use a pair of pliers, or we can do it the old-fashioned way. I'm gonna bite, and I'm gonna pull down with my fingers in tight on the sides. Okay. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Okay. Whew, that was a lot of pressure there. How do I look? Do I look okay?
Oh, God.
I forgot something there. I'm going to take the squirrel home, and normally we're talking squirrel gravy and biscuits, but truth is I'm not very good at gravy or biscuits, so we're going to do squirrel dumplings tonight. So I'll get back with you a little bit later, okay? There you go, Creek. That one's for you, my man. For you, all you.